What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Week 9 at Legacy, Kentucky. What the fuck? I had to buy this track. Damn you, Cody Nevin. Make sure you guys hit that like, share, and follow button to help cover that cost of the new track. And don't feel free to subscribe or tip the channel as we get ready for week number 9 action here tonight. It was Keith Hackney, quickest in practice. As we check to see who is out on the track, looks like the birthday boy Timothy Mesmer out on the track right now in the 327. How's everybody doing tonight? How you guys doing out there? Let me know in the chat as we get ready for the midweek burnout. Are you guys excited? Let me know. Heard a couple little things about this track on how it may feel tonight for these guys, as they may get a little bit more separation this week, a little less drafting. This track is definitely going to be a little bit more technical than what they're used to, as right now Johnny No Pants out at the top of the charts. Happy birthday, Timothy. Yeah. What's up, Tony? What's up, Benny? What's up, buddy? As Timothy going to come across the track to complete lap number 2. Will he get that quick time? He does not. He's going to be second quick on the board here after lap number 2. Looks like the second lap might be a little bit slower than the first lap. Tyson Banks out on the track. Robert Andring qualifying right now. John Smeal. Mark Thrash, the Thrash Can himself, out on the track as he comes around to start lap number 1. We see Tony Basler out there. We'll go ahead and jump on him in a few minutes. Make sure you guys are getting those likes, shares, and follows out there. I do appreciate the like over there on YouTube. We do have one for one over there on YouTube. What's up, Clint? Must be Clint. Appreciate you, Clint. The same thing over. Oh, now we got a couple of viewers over on Facebook. Starting to get those guys over on Facebook. What's up, everybody? Make sure you guys are liking and sharing the stream. As Mark Thrash going to come across the line, will he get that quick time? He's going to go third quick with a 32.048. Go ahead and change that to fast time. Let's see where Tony is at on the track. Tony coming around to complete his first lap. Where's he going to put that number 21 machine as he comes across the line? Tony's going to be 9th quick. We got Moody out there on the track. Keith Hackney, of course, going to be slower on his first lap, as Landon Moody going to go 5th quick on the board. So Moody 5th quick on the board right now. Let's see if he's able to pick up the lap as lap number 2 as we watch Keith Hackney come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Let's see if he's able to get that quick time as he comes across the time. Quick time with a 31.772. He is almost 0.2 of a second quicker than second place. Moody's going to cross the line again for lap number 2, much higher, and he's going to be 5th on the board. That is not what he was looking for here tonight. Cody Nevin makes it. No practice. Last minute. What's up, Wallace? Last minute for Cody Nevin. Will he keep the nose on that thing here tonight as he comes out for his qualifying lap? He's got 0 practice. Just got in the server. Mark is wrecking like a motherfucker. Oh, I'm sure he's always wrecking like a motherfucker. Oh, Cody Nevin going to hit the wall. He's going to have to go ahead and reset and try that one again. We got Sean Pointer out on the track doing his lap right now. Good Pointer. Knock Keith Hackney off the top of the charts. That's going to be a big question here for qualifying. Not to take anything away from Nevin, but I would be surprised if Nevin is able to, with 0 practice, jumping in last minute. That would be quite the feat. Not saying it's not possible, but I'm also not saying it is possible. All right, let's see. Sean Pointer out on the track working lap number 1. He did start late out of turn number 4. Do not expect his first lap to be his quickest. He's using a little bit of the Keith Hackney strategy here. As he crosses the line for lap number 1, so does Cody Nevin. Pointer going to be 10th quick with a 32.155. All right, can Pointer pick up the lap here on lap number 2? What's up, Brody? As Pointer comes out of turn number 4, let's see if he can pick up the pace any. Oh, he does not finish the lap, so Pointer only going to get the 1 lap in. He's going to be starting 10th, which is 5th in his heat race number 2. Oh, everybody's in one heat. No. I thought we were supposed... Yeah, we were supposed to... Yeah, fucked up, Cody. Oof. Oof. Yeah, I'll have to check later. I can't check it now. Obviously. As we are going to get a full 22 car heat race number 1. Oh, that is not what they meant to do, but that is what we're going to get. Damn it, Nevin. You stepped on the dick. All right, it's going to be Keith Hackney starting on the pole here tonight in the heat race. Johnny Gutekunst in that number 2 spot. Going to be Connor McGowan in 3rd. Mark Thrash in 4th. Landon Moody in that number 5 spot. Timothy Mesmer in 6th. Going to be Randy Reeser in that number 7 spot. Zach Wells in 8th. Asher Hansen in 9th. Going to be Sean Pointer in the number 10 spot with Kevin Prettyman in 11th. Going to be Alexander Smith in 12th. Tony Basler in 13th. Dalton DeRosa in 14th. Going to be Shane Haas in the number 15 spot. Jory Nix in 16th. Jared King in 17th. Going to be Robert Andring in that number 18 spot. Remington James in 19th. John Smeal 20th. Cody Nevin 21st. And Tyson Banks in that number 22 spot. Probably the biggest heat race I've ever seen. Or one of the biggest heat races anyway, as these guys pull out on the track. So I don't know if we're going to end up with a Consi. I guess we're going to find out. As these guys come down the back straightaway, Keith Hackney going to lead the field here tonight. This is definitely going to be a track that probably fits Keith Hackney's style. Going to be a little bit of separation here. Probably a little less drafting. You didn't see the packs in practice like we've seen in the past at the other tracks for these ARCA cars. So definitely a little bit more technical track here tonight. As these guys come off of turn number 4. I'm not sure if the pace car is going to pull in. If it is one to go, I think it is. As they come out of turn number 4. Here comes the pace car. Looking for the green flag as they come out of turn number 4. Let's hear it for your favorite. Out in the chat, down the front straightaway. In the restart zone, green flag is out. Green flag is out as they're coming down the front straightaway looking for turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Hackney leading the way. Gutekunst has McGowan up underneath them as they head through 1 and 2. McGowan going to take that number 2 spot as Mark Thrash looks for 3rd, but Johnny No Pants going to rip those boxers down the back straightaway to turn number 3 and 4. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Big race there. Oh! Timothy gets the door from Moody as they come out of turn number 4, but takes the number 4 spot. Oh, we got issues in the back. Looks like Prettyman is already wrecked out of this one as I guess Pointer came off a pit road. Let's go take a look and see what happened. Oh, Oh, he got in the back of Pointer. Pointer came down. Oh my God, big hits in the back. Big hits in the back. Kevin Prettyman going to be starting at the back of the pack as Johnny Gutekunst going to look up underneath McGowan. Not able to make the pass as they come out of turn number 4. Asher with a big door into Reeser out of turn 4. Big door for Reeser. Reeser hard in the wall. That's going to catch up Tony as those two are going to fall to the back of the pack. As we move back up to the front, going to be Keith Hackney leading the way. McGowan second. Johnny Gutekunst in third. Timothy Mesmer fourth. Landon Moody in fifth. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, going to be 3 laps complete out of 6 laps, 3 laps to go. Asher up to the number 6 spot. Mark Thrash in 7th. Alexander Smith in 8th. Zach Wells and DeRosa round out your top 10 as they come out of turn number 2. Here comes Zach Wells with a run out of turn number 2. He's going to get to the top side of Smith, down the back straightaway. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Mark Thrash in that number 7 spot. Not as far up as he expected to be. One of our... What's up? What's up, Slipknot? What's up? What's up? As they come out of turn number 4, 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go as they come down into turn number 1 and 2. Looks like Jared King going to pull back off of pit road. He's going to grab a couple spots here. Might be a low-key brilliant idea out of the number 82 machine as they come out of turn number 2. He comes back out, grabs a couple spots just for jumping back out on the track as they head through turn number 3 and 4. What's up, Riley? As Hackney going to get the white flag. 1 lap to go for Keith Hackney. How about Connor McGowan with a great run in the number 2 spot. Gutekunst back there in 3rd. Moody 4th. Timothy Mesmer in that number 5 spot. Through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Looks like it's going to be Keith Hackney leading the way. Old Kentucky is badass. What's up, Ducharme? As they head through turn number 3 and 4. I had to download it. I didn't even have the track. As Hackney going to take the win here in the heat race. McGowan, Gutekunst, Moody, Hansen, Mesmer, Thrash, Wells, Smith, and DeRosa, your top 10. All right, so the heat race in the books definitely had a little bit of a mix-up there. Should have been split up into 2 heat races. I don't know if it's going to force the Consi or not. Nevin's going to get that number 11 spot. Nix in 12th. Banks, James, Haas, Andring, Pointer, Smeal, King, Reeser, Basler, and Prettyman rounding out the field there in the heat race. All right, so it is going to do the Consi here. So it took the top 2. The top 2 are sealed in. All these other positions are going to shake down. 10 laps here for the Consi. 10 laps, right? Oh, 8 laps for the Consi. I take that back. All right. Oh, it is an invert for the feature, too. So whoever wins this is on the pole here tonight. All right, starting on the pole here tonight in the LCQ, it's going to be Johnny Gutekunst. Outside of him in the number 84, it's going to be Landon Moody. Starting in the number 3 spot, it's going to be Asher Hansen with Timothy Mesmer starting in 4th. Going to be Mark Thrash in that number 5 spot. Zach Wells in 6th. Alexander Smith in 7th. Dalton DeRosa in that number 8 spot. Cody Nevin in 9th. Jory Nix in 10th. Going to be Tyson Banks in the number 11 spot. Remington James in 12th. Shane Haas in 13th. Going to be Andring in that number 14 spot. Sean Pointer in 15th. Spiel 16th. Jared King in 17th. Going to be Tony Basler in that number 18 spot. Reeser in 19th. And Kevin Prettyman in the number 20 spot. Everybody's going to make it. But where they start, it is going to be awfully interesting to find out here tonight as they are going to shake it down. Whoever wins first and second in this one will make up the front row in the feature, and that'll push the winners of the first and second from the heat race to third and fourth in that number 2 row. Haas and Thrash, let's go. They both got some work to do. Looks like Wells and Nevin did not grid up. Nevin is on pit road. I don't know if Wells is going to make it as they head through turn at number 3 and 4. Let's see if Wells is still in here. I think Wells is still in here. He just did not grid up, but he still makes the feature. Oh, 6th. Oh, okay. Really? He keeps changing. Oh, okay, top 6. So whoever finishes 4th starts on the pole. Holy shit. Okay. I'm all screwed up because it should have been 2 heat races. Green flag is out as they come down the front straightaway looking for turn number 1 and 2. Gudakun's going to lead the way. He's got Asher all over the back of him. That's going to push Landon back to the number 3 spot. Asher looking high out of turn number 2. Here comes Moody to his back bumper. Not able to get him to push. They're going to go single file for the top 4 down the back straightaway. Going to be side by side for that number 5 spot as Alexander Smith and Dalton DeRosa side by side. DeRosa up the track. Gets pushed up by Smith as they come out of turn number 4. Here comes the trash can up underneath Moody as Asher goes to the outside of Gudakun's. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Are we going to end up with a new race leader out of turn number 2? Moody looking for the middle. He's going to come to the back bumper of Gudakun's. Pushes him down the back straightaway. Decides to go up underneath them. We're looking for 3 wide into turn number 3. 3 wide into turn number 3. Asher's going to blink out a little bit there as Moody takes the lead. Slides up the track. Gudakun's into the back of him. Takes Asher with him. Big wreck down the front straightaway. Big wreck down the front straightaway. The whole field is caught up as they come into down the front straightaway. No caution flags as Jared King takes the lead into turn number 1 and 2. Gudakun's into the back of Moody. Takes the field out as they head through turn at number 1 and 2. It's going to be Jared King leading the way. Basler trying to take the number 2 spot as DeRosa able to make it through that one as he is in the number 3 spot. Here comes Andring in that number 33 in the 4th position. He looks like he could be our pole sitter here tonight as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. 3 laps complete. We got 5 laps to go as the chaos from the LCQ has happened out on the track. Let's go take another look at that one if I can go up there and find it. Gudakun's just gets in the back of Moody. Moody up the track. Big wreck collecting almost the whole field. Oh my God, what a wreck back in the pack. As Jared King, now our leader, battle's going to be right around that number 4 spot. Timothy is in it. No, he's not. Yes, he is. As he gets in the back of Andring. Andring going to drift up the track. Timothy's going to go around him. That's going to put Andring back on the pole. This is the spot to watch as they come into turn at number 3 and 4. Looks like the battle for the lead is trying to heat up a little bit, but we're going to stay on this battle. This battle right here is going to decide who leads tonight's feature to the green flag as they come across the line. 3 laps to go. We got a 4-car battle for the number 3 spot as they head into 1 and 2. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Right now, Timothy in that final transfer spot. I don't know if he's going to push it too hard to make it into the number 3 position as they come down the back straightaway. Looking for turn at number 3 and 4. Big run on Andring. He's going to back out of it. He knows where he's at. He knows where he wants to be as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Jared King leads the way. That time by with 2 laps to go. Jared King out front. Tony Basler starting to put the pressure on him as we got a battle starting to brew for the lead into turn at number 1 and 2. This isn't as important of a battle. I mean, I know you want to win every race you're in, but this one's gonna figure out the middle or the second row here as these two battle it out. Jared Basler trying to get the edge, pushes up the track into King. King hits the wall. New race leader at the line. 1 lap to go. It's Tony Basler heading down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Lap traffic up ahead as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Looks like the Nina Smith's going to get out of the way as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. Let's go check this battle. lap traffic, definitely an issue. They pulled away from the other guys. We're going to jump back up to the front through turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. Jared King can't get there. Give the Consi win to Tony. Jared King in second. Andring Mesmer, your top 4. Mesmer going to be on the pole. Andring on the outside. I know what he's not going to borrow.
So I pulled her out of the trailer.
I got one.
All right, those guys having a little bit of fun here, as that is going to be the end of the LCQ, the B main, as we are going to get a little bit of a warm up here. What a crazy one here tonight. Oh,
in the corner, and you got to run.
They're talking about it right now.
Just that little bit of clean air, a little pocket of clean air.
All right. I know what you're not going to borrow from them. You're not going to borrow a pair of pants from them.
No.
You probably need some after that. Asher probably needs it more than you.
No, Shane needs it probably, because he had the wreck miss and the other dude jacked him up.
Yeah.
It took out a lot of the field. That was pretty wild. But I will tell you, after watching the heat race, I was like, oh man, this is going to be rough. And then I saw that there's actually some passing ability there.
Yeah, the track cooled off.
I walked away and came back.
Once you got that clean air, it really helped the car. The car turned a lot there just now.
Yeah, there's gonna be some fast laps.
It also helps if you don't have someone.
Listen, I thought I was gonna take the thunder.
Just saying. I mean.
Yeah. Well, have fun. I got to get out of here because they're talking too much in race chat. I had to mute Nevin and Tyson's because they're still talking. Okay. I'll talk to you guys later. Have fun.
All right. Yep.
All right. Just jumped in the Discord a little bit to have a little bit of fun with the guys. We go ahead and unmute those two. Let's go, Grip Hackney. Hackney going to be starting 6th tonight in the feature. All right, let's see. Keith Hackney out there with the quick time in the warm-up. I'm not sure if he's going to run this whole thing out, but we are going to run some of this warm-up. Can Landon Moody get a little bit more speed out of that number 84? Expect him to figure some things out and be up in the running. Timothy Mesmer. Hopefully Mark Thrash gets something figured out in the number 38. Those were Hackney, Thrash, and Moody are our top runners for the points. Let's go take a look and see. I think there needs to... I don't know if they made the adjustments or not, but I'm going to go ahead and take a look at it. All right, so I don't know if they've adjusted it, but right now it is Keith Hackney, Mark Thrash, Landon Moody, your top 3 in points. Moody has not gotten a win here yet. He is desperately looking for a win. Could we see the 84 in victory lane here tonight? I know that is very, very important to him. We'll see if he's able to get himself there. The fuck is my stream at? Oh, no. It looks fine on the stream. All right. It's doing some weird stuff on my little screen here. All right. So Moody out there on the track, second quick, as it looks like Connor McGowan. I'll tell you what, the 64 of Connor McGowan with a ton of speed here tonight looked real good in the E-race. He's going to be starting 5th on the grid. Could he pull an upset in that number 64 here tonight? Thank you guys for the likes. Make sure you guys get those likes, shares, and follows in, as that'll make a big difference to That'll make a big difference here tonight in the race as Moody leads the way. Or in the stream, if you guys get those likes, shares, and follows out there. I totally forgot what I was thinking mid-thought there. Definitely a lighter viewership here tonight. Oh, we may run out of... Oh, hopefully the lights come on because it is pretty dark out there. They were talking about that on the track. Hopefully those lights get turned on as Zach Wells leads the way. It should tell him when he's starting it. So Zach Wells in that number 16 looked like he was finding some speed in the Consi. He's found some speed here in the warm-up as we get ready for tonight's main event. We're going to find out here pretty soon what happens. All right, I started a little fun goal over on, or I'm attempting to. Is it going to let me? I don't know. I was trying to set a goal over on YouTube. It won't let me. We're going to get ready for tonight's starting lineup. Starting on the pole here tonight in the 327 is going to be the birthday boy himself, Timothy Mesmer. Starting outside of him in the number 33, it's going to be Robert Andring. He had a good run. He had a good run in the big block opener. Starting inside, row number 2, Dirty Mac Motorsports says Zach Wells. Let's go, Zach Wells. But starting inside, row number 2, in that number 3 spot, it's going to be Jared King. Going to be Tony Basler starting in 4th, Connor McGowan in 5th. Keith Hackney going to start in that number 6 spot. Dalton DeRosa in 7th. John Smeal in 8th. Going to be Tyson Banks in the number 9 spot. Kevin Prettyman in 10th. Shane Haas in 11th. Mark Thrash going to start in that number 12 spot. And then I got to hurry up and do the rest of the field because it is only one lap of pacing. It's going to be Alexander Smith in 13th, Asher Hansen 14th, Nix in 15th, Moody 16th, Randy Reeser in 17th, Remington James in 18th. Going to be Sean Pointer in the number 19 spot. Johnny No Pants sits in 20th, Cody Nevin 21st, and Zach Wells in that number 22 spot. Looks like Jory Nix going to start down on pit road as they come out of turn number 4, looking for the green flag this time by 2x2 through the field as Timothy leads him to the green flag down the front straightaway. Get ready for 80 laps here tonight as the green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come down the front straightaway looking for turn number 1 and 2. Mesmer going to lead the way. Nice jump for him as they got to figure out second on back. Almost contact early on as we got one diving through the middle. It's going to be the 23 of Shane Haas looking for the front. Shane Haas with a great run down the back straightaway and looking up underneath Hackney. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. He's up 5 positions already as Smeal gives the bumper to Hackney into turn number 3. It's going to be Timothy Mesmer for lap number 1 as he's going to lead the way as it is still side by side through the field. Caution. Flag comes out. Looks like Sean Pointer going to have some issues here early on in the race. Oh, man, he totally got Nevin. What the hell just happened to the Pointer? Did something break, or he didn't get loose down there, did he? Not really sure what happened to Pointer there, but he's going to go ahead and go on to pit road. That is going to be the end of his night. As we get the caution flag here on lap number 1, it is going to be Timothy Mesmer continuing to lead the way. How about Shane Haas up 5 positions already up to the number 6 spot? He was on the move in that restart. All right, guys, if you have not put your picks out there, I see Zach Wells, I see Hackney fans, I see Shane Haas fans. Let me know who you're rooting for here tonight as they come down the front straightaway. Gonna get at least one more lap of pace in here. Timothy Mesmer leads the way. Andring able to hold on to that number 2 spot. Basler in 3rd, King 4th, McGowan in 5th. Hackney's now back to the number 7 spot as Shane Haas made those big moves. Shane Haas going to be starting 6th. Can he make some big moves here once again? This is the only race tonight. This is the only one. The fuck? All right, so let's see if they get that one to go at the line. Timothy leads the way. James Stinson, thank you for the like. Appreciate that over on Facebook. As they head through turn and number 3 and 4, let's see if they get that one to go this time. But I wish the tower showed the position when you were spectating. That would be an effect that iRacing should figure out. I know they do if you're racing. You can see it on some of their tracks anyway, as they do, I believe, get the one to go at the line. Looks like they are going to get the one to go. They got them stacked up 2 by 2, 3 laps in the books. Looking for the green flag this time by. All right, let's see if we get a better start this time. No caution flags, hopefully. Let's see if we can keep it lean and green. Definitely, once these guys get situated where they're at. As they come down the back straightaway, 2 by 2, Timothy Mesmer leading the way. Hit the pace car. He does. Timothy's going to go up and give the pace car a little nudge. I kind of expect him to spin the tires here. As they come out of turn number 4. Pace car is in, looking for the green flag. We're going to try this again as they come down the back straightaway. Oh, he did spin the tires, I think, a little bit there. Green flag is out. Big jump by Timothy as he heads for turn number 1 and 2. Going to be Andring on that outside. Here comes Basler down low as Shane Haas tried to make more big moves, not able to take it in the middle, but he's going to bring it up to 4th. He's looking for more up underneath King out of turn number 2. Shane Haas moving to the front as they come down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Sending that number 23 in, trying to get that number 3 spot as they head through 3 and 4, closing the gap on Andring as Timothy leads the way. They're 3 and 4 wide back in the back out of turn number 4. Shane Haas going to be up to the number 2 spot. He's already up 9 positions as they head into turn number 1 and 2. He's not done. Looking to put the pressure on Timothy through 1 and 2. Smeal taking it to the bottom into the door of Basler as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Asher up on the high side. They're making a Basler pie into turn number 3 and 4. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Tony back to the bottom side of the 82 of King. King up the track. Asher looking to the top side. They're trying to grab what they can as they come down the front straightaway. Oh, will they take it 4 wide? They thought about it as the 82 of King's going to get into Asher out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Smeal falling back in a hurry as they come down the back stretch. Hackney is falling back to the number 8 spot. Moody is in 10th, moving his way up. Mark Thrash in the number 9 position as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Smeal up underneath Moody out of turn number 4. 7 laps in the books as Timothy continues to lead. He's got Shane Haas in his tracks down into turn number 1 and 2. We're watching the battles further back in the pack as Asher is moving his way forward to the outside of McGowan out of turn number 2. Big run down the back straightaway. He's got Hackney in tow as he's going to put the bumper to Basler into turn number 3. Battle's going to be for third on back as the top 2 stay single file through turn. Oh, big save out of Andring out of turn number 4. He's going to maybe possibly get a black flag there as he had to not pull on the pit road down into 1 and 2, almost 4 wide with Mark down on the bottom. So right now, top 2 trying to keep a single file. It is chaos from third on back. Here comes Hackney in the number 69. Down the back straightaway. He's looking for more. He's going to ship it into turn number 3 and 4. Up underneath Basler. Battle for third into 3 and 4 as the top 2 have fallen back to the pack. As they come out of turn number 4, it's going to be 9 laps complete. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Single file now back to the number 6 spot. Let's go jump back. It is craziness from Moody in the number 7 spot. On back as they head for turn number 3 and 4. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Single file now for most of the pack. This is kind of what I expected to see. It's still a little crazy in the back. The front now starting to race once again as Hackney is pushing his way forward. Here comes Asher to give a hand to the number 23 of Shane Haas. They're 3 wide into turn number 1 and 2. They're going to split Timothy. Shane Haas going to take the lead out of turn number 2. Shane Haas takes the lead as Besmere is going to fall backwards as Hackney moves into the number 2 spot. Down through turn number 3 and 4. Looking for the line this time by in the number 11 spot. Mark Thrash turned around. Caution flag comes out of turn number 4. Shane Haas, our new leader, as he come to the line. We're going to go take a look and see what happened to the Thrash. All right, we're going to take a look and see what happened here. Now, there is a little bit of history. These guys had contact. Oh, yeah, they might not have made contact, but he was going to drive right through the trash can. Wow, how did they miss him? Oh, my God, that was so close there. Let me see if I can find a... Let's go take another different look at that one. Look how close this is. We're going to look off the nose of Mark Thrash when he gets spun around. Watch the cars coming straight at him. Oh, my God. Wow. So caution flag is out once again as Shane Haas is our leader. Keith Hackney in second. Basler, King, and McGowan, your top 5. Mark, you missed your pit stall. Kind of curious how much damage he's got as we work the caution flag here once again tonight. Hold on, I'm going to try and ask an inside guy unless Mark mics up on the... Well, not mics up, but types in the chat how much damage he has. All right, let's see. So just try to send a message out to find out how much damage Mark Thrash has. We'll see if we get any confirmation back. All right, sorry, just making a couple of adjustments, making sure I can see everything for the stream. Everything's up and working good. If you have not yet, make sure you guys hit that like button. I see a few people. We got 1 like over on Facebook, and there's definitely more than one person watching it. Make sure you guys hit that like, share, and follow button. Let's get some people up in here. How many likes we got over on? We got a bunch of likes over on TikTok, so keep getting that like button out there, guys, over on the TikTok side, and get that share. The more you talk. Craig, thank you for the like over on Facebook. Appreciate you, bud. As we got them stacked up 2 by 2, looking for the green flag. This time by out of turn number 4. Oh, he didn't have any time for damage. As they come out of turn number 4, looking for that green flag. Green flag is out. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Going to be Keith Hackney leading the way. Tony Basler in second. So Shane Haas must have come down pit road. Thank you for the like over on Facebook. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Battle going to be for that number 4 spot. It is not dirt. It is not dirt. As they come out of turn number 4, here comes McGowan to the outside. It is a bunch of dirt guys. It is a bunch of dirt guys as they come down the front straightaway looking for turn number 1 and 2. Almost contact. Basler up the track, pushing McGowan, opening the door for King. King's going to back out. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Big run for the 64 McGowan. McGowan's got some speed. He's going to close the gap on Hackney into turn number 3 and 4. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Going to be single file for the top 2. It's going to be 2 by 2 for third on back, though, as they come across the line to complete lap number 16. 80 laps here tonight. Remember, they are limited on tires. No damage, but yeah, I saw that. I have to read it after. Yeah, I got to read it after. I was trying to skim through it while I was talking, but that is difficult. It's a lot to read. Down into turn number 3 and 4, going to be single file for the top 7 right here in our picture. They're going to be side by side from that 8th place on back. These guys trying to jockey for position. Mark Thrash probably playing a little bit of strategy as he has burned up those tires, but he did not want to take tires yet. 80 laps, and I think they only had 2 extra set of tires coming into this one's here tonight as we got Nix up the middle out of turn number 2. Nick's almost into the door. Remington James as they head into turn at number 3 and 4. They're starting to jockey for position up ahead of these guys too. As here comes Moody to the high side of DeRosa out of turn number 4. He's going to take that number 9 spot. So Moody trying to work his way forward as they head into turn at number 1 and 2. Hackney leading the way. Battle's going to be for second or third as they come out of turn number 2. It looks like Smith going to take that number 3 spot. Basler back to 4th. Here comes Smeal. He's looking for the number 4 spot into turn number 3 and 4. Down into turn number 3 and 4, still side by side as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Right now, quiet for the most part on the track. Moody got lucky. He said, oof. Yeah, he could have blown up. That could have been real bad for Moody. Moody doing a downshift like it was a next gen, almost blowing up his car. He's able to stay out on the track, keep that thing going. They do get 1 fast repair, so one mistake like that might not knock you out, but then you got to be extra careful as these guys head through turn number 3 and 4. Hackney leading the way. I'm telling you what, that number 64 is looking good here tonight. Could he pull the upset as he rolls that number 64 behind Keith Hackney here, holding strong as they head through turn number 1 and 2. I will tell you, Hackney going to get the wall there, though. I was just about to say, McGowan is definitely using those tires up, sending it a little harder into the corners. He's got to worry about that right front as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. He is closing the gap on that number 69. Could we end up with a battle for the win, for the lead? Down into turn number 1 and 2. It is going to be McGowan trying to hunt down Keith Hackney. Let's jump back a little bit. Looks like it is chaos from 4th on back as Goodakun sits in the number 4 spot. Battling right now, though, is for the number 5 position. Here comes Basler trying to run back up underneath the 82 of King. He's going to take it back as he slides up the track. Here comes Reeser in that number 2 inside of Asher Hansen. So Asher is trying to find out where he needs to be, but here comes Moody. He's going to block the bottom side on Asher. Asher stuck up high down the back straightaway. Big run by the top cars down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Asher going to go to the bottom. Nevin follows suit, but he's got to stay to the outside as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Connor still staying on the back bumper and Keith Hackney up at the front. We're gonna, if that starts to change at all, we will move up to that battle. But right now, this is where all the action is at, as it looks like Basler now trying to close back in on Goodakun as they're 3 wide behind him. Asher and Moody almost making contact as the 82 of King's gonna lose a ton of spots down the back straightaway. King might have gotten the wall or almost getting the wall out of turn number 2. Going to cost him a ton of spots. He's going to fall back to the back of this pack as they come out of turn number 4. Is going to be 24 laps in the books. Hackney continues to lead the way. It's going to be McGowan in second. Smith in third. Great run out of the number 9 car out of turn number 2. Let's jump back here as these guys continue to jockey for position. Looks like that top side is a little bit more dominant overall, but if you can get to the bottom and clear the pass, it usually works out pretty good for that person, but it is so hard to do here tonight. You got to be aggressive. You got to be willing to slide up the track and stick that rear end on the nose of the car you're passing in order to make that pass complete. Here comes Nevin down low up on the number 18. Asher should get the run out of turn number 2. He is going to get the run. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Oh, the 21 up the track. Basler almost into the door. Moody. We're going to go back up here and take a look at what is going on right here as Mark Thrash tries to make his way forward. Oh, what happened to Haas? What happened to Haas? Did I miss something? I mean, he was winning. Oh, we got Reckon maybe in the back. Jared King down on the apron going on to pit road. Does he have to pit? I'm not sure if this is a planned pit stop or not, but King down on pit road on a turn number 4. Hackney going to lead the way down the back straightaway, so this makes me wonder, are pit cycles starting as they head through turn number 3 and 4? 27 laps in the books. Looks like Jared trying to split it up into 2 stops as they come out of turn number 4. Going to be 28 laps complete. I'll tell you what, the top 3 have pulled away 2.5 seconds over Johnny No Pants in the number 4 spot, as it looks like Smith has closed the gap on the top 2. Oh, Asher and Nevin get together. Oh no, Reeser sideways into the inside wall. Reeser into the inside wall. Lots of contact there. Oh, might have been a little nut code there. Oh, Smeal right into the back of Reeser, hard into the inside wall. Caution flag comes out. Oh, Shane Haas package drop. That's how he lost his laps as Hackney leads the way. Definitely been some wild racing out there tonight. Definitely been some wild racing. As everybody is going to hit pit road I believe it's going to be everybody. Looks like Pointer obviously has to stay out. Shane Haas, he's going to have to stay out. He may go ahead and go on pit road, or will he take the wave around here? Do you chance it and take the wave around? I think you might. I think you might. I think Shane Haas is thinking about it and decides to stay out on the track as everybody else is down on pit road. Looks like Timothy Mesmer going to be... Timothy did not pit. He pitted back on lap... I don't know when he pitted. He pitted back on lap 12, stays out on the track. That's going to put him in the lead. Keith Hackney going to come out first off of pit road out of the cars that pitted. Cody Nevin up to the number 3 spot now. So definitely some moving around after these pit stops. Some cars falling way back in the back. Who are we missing? We are missing Smith. Fell all the way back to the number 10 spot. So that is interesting. I don't know how Smith, and maybe he missed his pit stall, but he is all the way back in 10th now. All right, down to the front straightaway. Let's see if they get that 1 to go here, or if it's going to be 2 to go as they come across the line. All right, it does look like we are stacking them up 2 by 2 this time as they head into turn number 1 and 2. A couple of the slower cars falling back in the pack. All right, so these guys gonna fall back in the pack as Timothy leads the way. Keith Hackney in second, McGowan in third, Moody in fourth, Nevin and Asher your top 6 as they head into turn number 3 and 4. So 31 laps. It's going to be 32 laps complete when they come across the line. 80 laps here tonight. Still a long ways to go for these guys. They got to be smart as the pace car is going to pull in. This is caution flag number 3. You forgot. What did we forget, Brody? Looking for the green flag out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. Timothy on the gas. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Timothy going to lead the way. Looks like Hackney's going to break away as he's got Moody just behind him. This is the race we've been waiting for right here. And don't count out the trash can further back, as it looks like we got issues back in the pack already as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Let's go take a look. Let's see what happened here at the back. Oh my God. Yeah, I know. He pack and drop. Oh my God. Yep. So Shane Haas getting caught up in that one. That's going to make him a little less happy than what he already was. As Moody up underneath Hackney through turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Hackney back on the outside out of turn number 4 to the line. Going to be 34 laps complete. 34 laps complete as they come down the front straightaway. Battle for second is going to die down a little bit. Nope, here comes Moody back up underneath, almost into Hackney. Here comes Asher to the outside. Yeah, I get it. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Going to be single file up for the top 5. Going to be 2 by 2 for 6 as they come out of turn number 4. Shane Haas Down onto pit road, 69 to Hackney, looking for the lead. He jumps to the outside. Asher behind him. Moody not playing any favorites in the middle into 1 and 2. We're 3 wide for the lead. Moody not wasting any time. He doesn't want to give up any ground to Hackney. He is desperate for a win in this series. Gone winless so far, 9 weeks in. He's a contender for the championship. Wants to get a win here tonight as they are still 3 wide. Oh, he gets it to Timothy. Sideways, big save for Moody. What a save out of the number 84 of Landon Moody out of turn number 4. Down into turn number 1 and 2. I think part of that might have been on Moody. Looks like Timothy might have pushed a little bit. They just kind of came together as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Nevin's going to fall back. Big save by Landon Moody in that number 84. Hackney, Hackney with the lead as we got lap traffic. Nope, no lap traffic. Asher in the number 2 spot. Great run for him. He felt pretty confident coming into this one, especially if they got some long green flag runs. Will Asher be able to come out ahead if it goes on strategy here tonight? Definitely a ton of confidence out of the kid in the number 18. Hackney continues to lead. Asher in second. Timothy Mesmer in third. Battle's going to be for the number 4 spot as McGowan up underneath Smeal out of turn number 4 to the line. Drag race. It is going to be Smeal at the line that time by for the number 4 spot. Great race here. McGowan going to finally come out ahead of this one into turn number 1 and 2, but the crossover by Smeal. Smeal's going to cut up underneath. Oh, they touch a little out of turn number 2. Smeal gets sideways, falls back, has to lift, gets back in line into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, Hackney going to continue to lead the way. Asher in second, closing the gap as the battles through the field are happening right now. I can't believe we have gone this lean and green so far, as Mark Thrash putting the pressure on the 84 of Moody for that number 10 spot. Hackney being out front is not good for these two, but I'll tell you what, these positions mean a lot, even for that number 2 spot, as Mark Thrash going to pull out in front of Moody, takes the number 10 spot. Moody's tires have to be screaming at him right about now as they come out of turn number 4. Smeal down on the bottom side into turn number 1 and 2, trying to put on a show for us here tonight as they head through turn number 1 and 2. And look at this, Zach Wells up into the top 6. He looked fast in the warm-up. Looked like he was finding some speed in the Conti and the heat race. So look for him to try and break his way into the top 5 as they head through turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be 41 laps complete. So we are past the halfway point as Asher is all over the back of Keith Hackney for that number 1 position. Jump on board with Asher Hansen as they come down the back straightaway. Taking a look at that back bumper of the number 69 of Keith Hackney. Trying to find his way around, just pedaling that bottom side as the caution flag comes out once again here tonight. Let's go take a look and see what brought out this caution. Was it Johnny No Pants? Oh, he got smealed. He got smealed. Smeal going to push up the track out of turn number 2. Naturally, not expecting, hoping Johnny was going to be a little bit higher. Johnny gets turned around. Oh, he noses it into the back straightaway. That is unfortunate. That's going to be a fast repair for here. Oh, do I have that up? Oh, I just realized I had that up. That was totally an accident too. I can give you their pit time too. Look. Want their pit time? Hold on, what else do I got? Let's see. You can see how many stops everybody down on pit road except for Asher and Timothy. Remington James going to stay out on the track. as these guys come out on the pit road. Is this like a now? Oh, that's a now time. This will tell you how fast their pit stops are now. All right, so if it was that under 10 seconds, it is just probably just gas, honestly. He threw his pants out the window, right? As Timothy leads the field, Asher in second, Remington. Oh, Asher. What's going on with Asher? Asher slowed down on the bottom. Not sure what's happening with the number 18 right now, but he is rolling the bottom of the track. Does he have an issue? Asher slowed down on the bottom, hopefully just figuring something out that he had to slow down for. And hopefully he can get his spot back. He is pulling back up to his... Oh, he is coming down on the pit road, maybe? Asher is coming down on the pit road. So not sure what happened there. Commitment... Oh... Commitment violation for Asher. Pulled back out on the track a little too late. He's going to go down onto pit road. Take some gas. As we are 44 laps in the books, it is going to be 45 complete when they take the green flag. 35 laps to go. Hurt me. Yeah. Ooh. Mr. Coney. All right, so a little bit of drama out on the track. All right, we got them side by side. Out of turn number 4, pace car is not going to pull in. Asher going to go in for another splash and go. Yeah, I got to imagine Shane isn't happy. He got caught up in that wreck, had the back and drop. All right, I'm not sure what's going on here, but we are going green flag this time by. Yes, he did. He did. They're trying to figure out who is where. As they come out of turn number 2, it is 2 by 2 through the field, looking for the green flag this time by. Top 2 did not pit, I don't believe. Does it say? It should say it. Yeah, top 2 did not pit. Top 3 did not pit this time. So we are going into turn number 3 and 4, looking for the green flag. Those guys are gonna have to pit. I don't know if they have enough gas to make it the rest of the way. Really don't know, but it'll be interesting to see how this strategy plays out as they come out of turn number 4. Pace car is going to pull in. Look at, wow, Timothy just, I don't know. I don't think he slowed down, but man, the field was not expecting that. Green flag is out. Timothy with a big jump down into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, we got Hackney all over the place. Hackney with issues. Oh, Smeal around. Big wreck out of turn number 2. The 16 is Zach Wells into Smeal. Big trouble out on the track. Lots of stuff happened there. Not really sure what all went on. Hackney getting loose. I don't know if there was contact. We're going to go ahead and back it up just a little bit further. Oh, might have been some net code. Oh, it looks like Thrash might have gotten a little loose getting up into Hackney. Lots of dirty air there. Could have played a big role in that one. Let's go take a look and see what happened to Hackney there. Yeah, there was just a lot going on right there. That was just some hard racing. Looks like Hackney was coming down. Mark getting a little loose and trying to figure out where everybody was going to be at. He had a car low. They were 4 wide. A little bit of net code maybe definitely causing big issues there. Smeal probably getting the worst. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'm going to take that back. I think Zach Wells might have gotten the worst of that one. He was the most innocent victim in that one, as he's going to make big contact there with the number 13 of John Smeal. We need a banana sound effect, right? Hold on, let's see if I can find one. Hold on. I found the minion one. All right, I got it for you. Oh, you heard it. I'm sure you heard it. Hold on. This is the Mario Kart one. Is that the one you were looking for? All right, guys, coming out of turn number 4. Let's see how quick we get that green flag here. All right, let's see. They're going to get them lined up 2 by 2. Looks like the pace lights are out. We are going green flag this time by. It definitely did. All right, so Cody Nevin and Robert Andring on that front row. Andring, the only one that has not pitted in a while. He is lap number 30 he pitted, so 20 laps out there in the number 33. Looking for the green flag out of turn number 4. Definitely some strategy getting played here. Different people, different strokes. Some of those guys had to go for some damage repair. Some of them stayed out on the track trying to get that track position as they head into turn number 3 and 4. That clean air has meant so much, as you can see. Once you get the lead, it's kind of hard to give it up as they come out of turn number 4. Pace car is in, looking for the green flag. When will Andring fire him off? Remember, a lot of these guys are not used to the asphalt rules. Green flag is out. Andring spins the tires. McGowan gonna give him a bump. So Andring did not go very well. We got all cars all over the place. Andring did not go. It jockeys the field as they head into 1 and 2. Nowhere for Thrash to go. That's gonna allow Nevin and Banks to pull away as they come down the back straightaway. Looking for turn at number 3 and 4. Those two going to stay single file. Oh, got a little bit of contact. Big save out of DeRosa in the number 17. Here comes Johnny Gutekunst. He's going to slide it in there. Feeds the right rear to the number 17. Down the front straightaway, looking for turn number 1 and 2. We're going to take it 3 wide for the number 3 spot. Still no place for Mark Thrash to go. Timothy going to go to the outside. He says he's not waiting in line. Here comes Pointer in the number 20. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Battle for the lead just ahead as Nevin trying to take it back from Banks. Nevin going to set it in. Andring down in the grass. Big save out of the number 33. How did he save it as they come out of turn number 4? Battle for the lead as it's going to be Cody Nevin at the line, but Banks is going to take it back into turn number 1. Side by side now for the number 2 spot is Mesmer trying to make up some ground in the 327. He's going to look down low. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Oh, here comes Timothy. Down low. Sean Pointer up high. Looking into turn number 3 and 4 as Nevin leads the way. Out of turn number 4, it's going to be 53 laps complete. Man, you would think it was the last 10 laps to go, but these guys still have plenty of time to make a mistake as they come down the first straightaway. 27 laps to go into turn number 1 and 2. We got one blinking. It's going to be the 95 of Joey Nix as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Mark Thrash up the track. They're going to take him 3 wide down the back straightaway. Here comes Keith Hackney in the number 69. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Mark really wants to stay in front of that number 69. That is valuable points there as they come out of turn number 4. Remember, there are points in the heat races too. They're 4 wide behind these guys. Moody on the bottom as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Ash are going to blink. Oh, Gutekunst up into the number 18. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Big run for Hackney. He's going to get into the back of Banks. Sends Banks up the track. Big save out of the 747. Oh, my God. Hackney absolutely punted him as that's going to be big trouble for Tyson Banks as he falls back in behind Zach Wells. He says, well, I guess this is where I'm going to be. As we got a battle for the lead definitely going on. His Pointer wants it. He's going to cut down on turn number 2. Takes it back away from Nevin down the back straightaway. Man, this is starting to look like a dirt race the way these guys are throwing sliders and cut downs down into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Nevin looking down low as they're 2x2 behind him into turn number 3 and 4. Contact back there with Mark Thrash and Jory Nix as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. You know, it's like a yo-yo. They're back and forth on the track depending on where they ran to make the pass the last time by as Gutekunst is way sideways in the number 41. Down out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. They're going to split Nevin. One to the high side, one to the bottom side. Who's going to come out ahead? Here comes the birthday boy of Timothy Mesmer into turn number 3. Jory going to go in and give the door to Hackney into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, it is going to be 57 laps complete. Oh my God, I did not expect this wild one here tonight at Kentucky as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Moody down low, looking up underneath Hackney. We got a big battle up at the front. Our points leaders all close together right now as they come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3. It is going to be all Sean Pointer out front as Nevin tries to hold on. He's going to slide it. Oh, we got one sideways. Big save out of Moody. Mark Thrash and Asher hard out of turn number 4. Caution flag comes out. The big one has happened. Let's go take a look and see what happened to the thrash can there. He is definitely... Oh, it had to... He gets into the back of Hackney, or the big checkup, gets in the back of Hackney, and then just big stack up there. Nowhere for these guys to go. Caution flag comes out here once again tonight. And, yeah... Let's see how much damage. Definitely a lot of damage on that number 38. I'm curious if he's going to try to take the repairs. No damage on the nose of the number 84 through that as he was worried about some damage on the front end of that number 84. Looks like Timothy going to be the only one to stay out as it stands right now. No, Remington James looks like he's going to stay out. Looks like Moody's going to have to go to... Where the fuck my water go? I dropped my water when I was getting it. Go Remington James. He stayed out. Yeah, I knew what you meant, Braxton. All right, so it's been a wild one. We're going to be 20 laps to go when they come across the line this time by. You can see when everybody is pitted. Timothy and Remington have been out there for since lap number 48. So about, few more laps, 11 more laps than everybody else as they come out of turn number 4. Shane Haas down onto pit road. Shane's had a rough night. He had a packet drop, got caught up in a wreck. He has not been a happy camper here tonight in that number 23 as they come out of turn number 4. Let's see if they get that one to go this time by. I'm thinking did Mark Thrash? No, Mark must have taken a fast repair. There is no way he got that much damage fixed that quickly. Yeah, he definitely took a fast repair. I got to imagine Mark took that fast repair as they head into turn number 1 and 2, looking for the green flag this time by. This race has definitely had a little bit of chaos as it is going to be a 19-lap shootout here tonight. I am curious. I'm curious on where things are going to end up after this one. I don't know where Nix is going, but it is not the direction he wanted to go. As they head down the back straightaway, 2 by 2, it is going to be the birthday boy, Timothy Mesmer, leading the way. Uh-oh. Wells, you're blinking. We know you're making a left ahead. You don't have to have your blinker on. All right, looking for the green flag out of turn number 4. Who's it going to be here tonight? Can they go green the rest of the way? Out of turn number 4. 2 by 2. Green flag is out. Green flag's out as Timothy gets a big jump heading into turn number 1 and 2. He's got Remington James in that number 2 spot as they're going to be 2 by 2 for third on back. Down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. We got Jockey in 4 position all the way through the pack. Bunch of good guys. Mired back in the pack as they come out of turn number 4. It is going to be 18 laps to go. 18 laps to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Sorry, things were giving me funny information as Timothy leads the way. Here comes McGowan looking for second out of turn number 4. He's going to take it. He's got Asher in tow. Asher trying to move his way up as it looks like Keith Hackney is up to the number 5 spot, putting the pressure on the number 18. Nevin's going to shoot it down low. Shoots it into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, we got a big wreck. Big wreck. Big wreck. Is Hackney going to get caught up in it? Hackney gets caught up in that one. That is big issues for our points leader. I think he already had to use his fast repair. That is bad news for Keith Hackney. All right, let's see. All right. Pointer just kind of slid up into the number 69 and Hackney hard into the wall. Oh, that is unfortunate. Looks like Mark Thrash is going to make it through. So Thrash and Moody are some big ones here. Both of them looking like they made it through. We're going to back it up here a little bit. See how close it was. For second and third in points. They're going to see the wreck. They're going to back out of it. They're going to roll the bottom. And oh, no. Bad news for Landon Moody. This is all good for Mark Thrash. He may be able to capitalize on some serious points here tonight as both of his competitors having issues in that one. And I think both of them have had to take damage. Wow. Demon did, oh, man. I think that Moody has already used his fast repair. Maybe he didn't. If Moody didn't use his fast repair, he's going to be in a good spot still. He must have not. No damage on that thing. Coming back out. Looks like Moody is going to be good for this one. Mark Thrash has moved his way up, but I think Keith Hackney might be done for the most part here tonight. Oh, no, he had a fast repair. All right. So I think we are good. I think we are good. All the points leaders back out on the track. I think we only had one fast repair, right? So they were able to save their fast repairs from earlier. I thought they had used them. So all 3 points leaders back out on the track here tonight. All right, so they're going to come across the line. Let's see if they get that one to go this time by. Stacking them up 2 by 2. Look at Asher up at the front. Could he take advantage and take a win here tonight? Cody Nevin with a fantastic run. He's looking to steal a victory in that number 11. Can he keep the nose on that thing here tonight? Then we got a couple hot rods back in the pack looking to make their way forward. This is going to get awfully interesting as we are going to have 13 laps to go when they take the green flag. Can we keep it green? That's going to be a big question here tonight. That is going to be the most difficult part here tonight, honestly. As they come out of turn number 2, looking for the green flag this time by. All right, down into turn number 3 and 4, looking for that green flag. Pace car leads the way through turn number 3 and 4. Connor McGowan, Cody Nevin leading the pack. Remington James, Asher behind him as they come out of turn number 4. McGowan looking for that loud pedal as they come through the restart zone. Green flag is out. He's going to go in that number 64. So McGowan's going to take a big lead here. He knows how important that is. Clean air has been absolutely crucial here tonight as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Big checkups down on the bottom. Mark's going to get caught up on that one as these guys jockey for position down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Oh, this is tough for the points leader. All of them stuck back in the back as Nevin is going to try to defend that number 3 position. Asher in second. He could steal a victory here tonight as these guys bob and weave through the field down through turn number 1 and 2. Here comes the 82 of Jared King looking up underneath the 16 of Wells out of turn number 2. Here comes Hackney. Hackney gonna come to the back bumper. Mark tries to block him. Hackney goes lower. They're 3 wide into turn number 3. Mark gonna squeeze the 69 down just a bit to kill that momentum as the 82 of King tries to thread the needle down the front straightaway. Mark thinking about 4 wide. He's gonna take it to the middle into turn at number 1 and 2 as the 17 of DeRosa gonna back out of it. Oh, he gets into Hackney. Hackney's going around again. Big wreck down the back straightaway. Big wreck. Moody's caught up. Hackney's caught up. Trouble down the back straightaway. Caution flag is out again. Oh no. DeRosa into Hackney causing big chaos down the back straightaway. This might be worse. Oh, a little bit of net code too. Oh, Moody losing the nose off of that thing. Hackney with some considerable damage on the front of his and on the back. Disappointing for both of those guys. They still had a chance. Yeah, he's definitely got some nose damage on the front of that thing. Should be able to fix it up. Don't know how fast that thing is going to be. Definitely disappointing for him as the laps tick down. 10 laps to go. It's going to be 9 to go when they come across the line. Wow. if this thing finishes the way it is now, this could be a huge points night in the feature for Mark Thrash. If those two continue to have troubles the rest of the race, he has given it all he has to stay in front of Hackney. That is what he needs to do in order to close the gap on the championship. There's only 2 more races after this one. He's got to gain every point he can. Hackney getting the points in the heat race by winning the heat race. Mark Thrash has to capitalize on every point he can here in the feature. He's currently in the number 5 spot. So 8 positions between him and Hackney as it stands right now. Looks like they were able to get the nose back in on Landon Moody's car. Oh my God.
I said I can smell you don't have pants on.
Hey, it was hot in Michigan today. Get off me.
Get off you. He doesn't want to get near you. Oh. All right, having a little fun with the guys as we listen in on their conversation as we got 8 laps to go. I said something about the 64 possibly spoiling this race here earlier today. Asher's there. He's got a good chance. Nevin looking for a win. Man, this is going to be a crazy finish as we get the 1 to go. 7-lap shootout here tonight. Will we get some overtime? That's going to be the big question here tonight as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Hackney has made it back out on the track. Him and Moody, both of them with some damage, some of that damage repaired. We'll see if they got any speed left in those cars as they come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Curious to see what McGowan's going to do this time. How is he going to start these guys as they head into turn number 3 and 4? Will he wait this time? He went early last time. Will he go early again, or will he wait? You can always tell when you got some dirt track drivers squeezing the other driver up the track out of turn number 4. Looking for that green flag. When will Connor go? Green flag is out. Great start by Cody Nevin back there in the number 3 spot. Good start for Mark. I think this is the first time he hasn't gotten checked up on a restart. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Chaos back in the pack. We're going to watch the front. Oh, there's a little contact between Mark and Johnny Gutekunst. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Asher able to break away from Nevin. Down into turn number 3 and 4. He's going to try to close the gap on the number 64. As it looks like Hackney has made up some serious ground already up to the number 8 spot. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Asher closing the gap on the 64. He's had some great finishes here tonight. Out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Good solid position for Mark Thrash as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Asher in the number 18. McGowan leading the way. It is going to be 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go. Can Asher find his way around the number 64? Little bit of a bobble going into turn number 1 and 2 for Connor. Asher had to back out of it, not to run him over. That's going to allow Cody Nevin to close the gap on the number 18 as they come down the back straightaway. Battle currently for the number 5 position as here comes Pointer up underneath Thrash. He's got Hackney just behind him. Mark Thrash going to squeeze Pointer, trying to hold his position as they come out of turn number 4. It is going to be 4 laps to go. We're going to keep an eye on that battle. Here comes Keith Hackney. Oh, no. Save it, Pointer. Pointer backs out of it, not to get into Hackney once again as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Hackney with a run, looking for turn number 3, trying to close the gap on Mark. Mark's going to send it in deep. Nevin has made his way around Asher as they come out of turn number 4. 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go. The battle for 5th is definitely raging on. Mark Thrash, the widest car on the track right now. The Ryan Newman of the series, down into turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. They're going to keep it single file forward now as Asher closes the gap on Nevin. Here comes Johnny No Pants through turn number 3 and 4. 2 laps to go at the line. Connor McGowan, can he hold on for 2 more laps? Down into turn number 1 and 2. Connor going to continue to lead the way. Asher tries to close the gap on second place. Cody Nevin. Gudakun's just behind him. Gudakun's going to get a good run out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. He's going to close the gap on Asher. Sends it up underneath him. Asher trying to hold on. Almost contact. Will they get the white flag? Nevin has closed the gap on the 64 McGowan out of turn number 4. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go down into turn number 1 and 2. This battle back here, Mark Thrash trying to hold on to the number 5 spot and those points as they head through 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Here comes Sean Pointer. Pointer looking for Mark Thrash. He's going to get in the back bumper. Here comes Hackney down into turn number 3 and 4. McGowan going to lead the way out of turn number 4. Takes the win here tonight. Asher looking for the number 2 spot. Makes contact with Nevin. Nevin's going to push him down. It's going to be McGowan, Nevin, Hanson, Gudakunz, Pointer, Thrash, Hackney, Smeal, Mesmer, Banks, your top 10. All right, let's go through the results here tonight. Connor McGowan going to take the win here tonight. Cody Nevin in second. Asher third. Gudakunst in 4th. Going to be Sean Pointer in the number 5 spot. Mark Thrash in 5th. Going to be Keith Hackney in the number 7. Or Keith Hackney in 7th. John Smeal in 8th. Timothy Mesmer in 9th. Going to be Tyson Banks in the number 10 spot. Jared King. Hold on, let me pause. It's going to be Timothy Mesmer in 9th, Tyson Banks in 10th. Going to be Jared King in the number 11 spot, Remington James in 12th, Dalton DeRosa in 13th, Zach Wells in the number 14 spot, Landon Moody 15th, Shane Haas 16th, Reeser in 17th, Robert Andring in 18th. Then rounding out the rest of the field, it is going to be Jory Nix, 19th, Alexander Smith, 20th, Basler, 22nd, and Prettyman in that number 22 spot. We're going to go ahead and grab these guys and pull them into the Discord. This has been wild. You know, Nevin was all worried about you, and he's not even over here yet.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I didn't have your Discord yet.
Yeah, I know.
Not gonna lie, I didn't think I'd need it.
I actually called you as a possible upset earlier when watching you and practice and the heat race. I was like, he's got some speed. This could get interesting. But we'll start with Asher. We'll start with Asher here as we wait on Cody. Asher, good run here tonight. I know you wanted this victory, but man, that 18 was fast. You had to overcome a couple of little issues there, but what a run out of that number 18 tonight.
Thank you. And I would say, some people were saying this one was better. Or this one was good. I really did not think, I had fun doing this race, finishing third. Had a fun time, and I don't know how the when you're trying to pass the leader is really almost impossible. Like, I don't understand it.
So from my point of view, and you guys can verify this, I mean, being the leader was absolutely key tonight. But what I noticed is you can make passes, but it would kill so much momentum that it almost send you backwards. Because you'd make the pass, and then everybody else would have the momentum for running the high side or whatever lane happened to be faster that time. And it seemed like you get freight trained a lot of times shortly after. It just seemed really hard to keep the momentum and make a pass.
Yeah, I mean the middle lane, second lane, that was the best lane of the all day. Bottom, everybody kind of left that open, sort of. And then you can run higher. Sometimes you could be able to make it work, but sometimes you want to and you would lose a decent amount of ground. But um, hard to pass. This is how this race was, and definitely had more fun racing last week.
Well, great run here tonight. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Thank you, Cody, for setting this up. I had fun racing, and M&M's on the car. And congrats, Connor, to the win.
Good run for Asher. If he'd gotten in here a little sooner, Hackney would have had a bigger headache than he already has. But anyway, Cody, good run for you. I mean, you're starting to put these asphalt races together, and I'll tell you what, this one with all the sliders and crossovers kind of reminded me a lot of dirt racing.
Yeah, that's why I had so much fun with it, man. I was in Discord and miking up across game chat. I thought it was a blast because it reminded me so much of dirt. I mean, I think next season when we do this, whatever we decide to do, we're gonna go to the new Kentucky because I mean that put on one of the best NASCAR finishes I've ever seen with Kyle and Kurt Busch. So they reminded me a little bit of dirt. Yeah, you could slide around, you'd kill your momentum, but just like on dirt, if you place that slider right, you gotta force that guy to check up. That's the key. So, but yeah, I had a blast out there, man. I showed up literally right at race time. Daughter won both games of softball tonight. So yeah, we're happy with tonight's finish, definitely.
So were you in Discord with Hackney and Pointer?
Oh.
They had to be talking about how Mark Thrash had the widest freaking car on the track those last couple laps.
I know Hackney got wrecked 2 or 3 times at the end, so that was there.
Once by Pointer.
Yeah, I told Sean where to go with it at one point. It was an interesting night, but at the end of the day, man, we're all friends. And I mean, Mark, he's got the widest car on the track all the time. I mean, that guy's hard to pass. I love racing against him and Landon and Asher and all those guys over there. Shane. I mean, I enjoy having like the mix. There's the team aspect, and then there's a mix of like guys that race asphalt. Obviously, your boys. I enjoy the whole overall atmosphere, man. But yeah, there were some things being said in Discord for sure.
Well, I got to imagine what you said because I know exactly the moment you're talking about on turn 2, lap 1. But
yeah, I was a happy camper.
I mean, great run. You and Asher door to door coming to the line. I know you're trying to scrub some of his momentum, a little bit of contact, just really trying to get the finish. I know you wanted to win there, just a little bit short here tonight, but I got a feeling it's not too far out. And great run for you. Give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, no, just trying to run Asher as close as we could. I wish the hitbox were a little bit better. I mean, because I really think that. I mean, we did save it, right? He saved it, but yeah, that was a hell of a race, man. Shout out to Asher. Shout out to Connor on the win. Shout out to you for broadcasting each and every week, James. Good to have you back. Good to have you here. Be a part of this, man. Factory 11 Sim Sports, all my guys over there, taking care of things when I am not here. Can't be more happy and thankful for that team over there. CNF Track Prep, John Smith Race Designs, Forge Graphics, Tunnel Vision by Hackney. Just everybody that helps get it done, man. And like Whitey's Photography. I mean, there's so many guys, man, that make this thing go around. And yeah, once again, congrats on Connor and Asher on a good finish, and appreciate you, James.
Appreciate you. And by the way, Ducharme came in the beginning of that race and said, "Old Kentucky, that's the best track." So other dirt cars, drivers kind of feeling the same way you do about the track. So
I love it, man.
It looked like a lot of fun. It looked frustrating and fun at the same time, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Connor, great run here tonight, man. You are you are an example of when it clicks, it clicks. This track just really clicked with you here tonight. I didn't expect to be calling you and saying calling you the shots for you taking a win here tonight, but watched the practice, watched the heat race, and I'm like, you know, we got to watch out for the 64. He's got some speed today. This track really clicked with you here tonight.
Yeah, I don't know what it was exactly, but all the stars aligned and everything worked out for me. It helped that, I had a good qualifying time, so I was able to start up towards the front, second in the heat race, but kicked me back to fifth with the invert. But I will say, when I got kind of back in some traffic once in a while, it was kind of hard to pass. But I thought it was good racing all the way around. I know some other people weren't big fans of it, but to me, as long as if you could stay up front, you were good for the most part. But
yeah, track position meant everything. But I did notice in that heat race, you did not let Hackney get away, and you definitely had the speed you needed here tonight. I mean, it was just a matter of, I guess what Cody said is landing the slider and making the other driver check up a little bit when you did land that slider. But this track is just unique. It's just, you go out there, it's probably not the easiest on tires. Finding the hit in the right line every time. It is a single lane track. You can make other lanes work, but you have to hit that one lane perfectly to stay out front too.
Yeah, sometimes it just comes down to you have to wait, try to force the guy in front of you to make a mistake and capitalize on it when you can.
Well, phenomenal win here tonight. Definitely gonna make your season feel a lot better. I know there's been some struggles this season, so why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, I got to thank Cody and all the guys at Factory 11. Without them, this league wouldn't even be a thing, obviously. John Smeal Race Designs for wrapping the car. I think that's about all I got for now.
Well, good run. Definitely fun to watch. And, it's always good to see somebody different win, too. Especially when I didn't expect you to have a bad run, but I knew that, we're waiting to see Hackney and Pointer and Nevin and, who we expected up front. And then here you are dominating the last part of this race. So good run for you here tonight. Good win.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I definitely didn't expect to be up here, but we'll take it.
I think Hackney is the only repeat winner so far in the series.
And there's a couple surprises. As competitive, it's been super competitive. Hackney is the only one that's been the repeat winner. And Moody has not won, and he's been out front every single race.
He has had some tough luck lately. He qualifies good and everything. I think that invert definitely has a lot to do with things. I'll say that.
Yeah.
And I know that he's aggressive, and the guys around him are aggressive. And I'm a huge Landon Moody fan. Just spoiler alert, truth be told, me and him, I actually asked him for advice today on the racetrack, and like how many laps, and what this, what that. So, like I said, I appreciate him being here, and yeah, his win's coming for sure.
For sure. I'm actually surprised. We were joking that he's going to win at his least favorite track, which is a restrictor plate. Keith Hackney says best car got wrecked 78 times. And I cannot disagree with the fact that Hackney was probably the best car tonight and definitely got wrecked a lot.
Yeah, that's something when I was following him around, like in that heat, and even in the feature there, like the first little bit there, I think it was me and him were out front. I could get right up to him, but I couldn't do anything. Like I couldn't get next to him to try to get by him.
If you put your car in the right position and you were able to stick that one, it's almost like dirt racing a slider line. You can be faster than the guy, but if the guy in front of you is running slider, good luck passing him. You have to move him.
I was right, watching some of that, and I felt like the slider line was not a bad line tonight.
No.
Oh, I thought you were gonna kill me once, Cody. Not gonna lie.
Oh, bro, I was throwing her onto the yellow, just letting off, just burping her all the way through the corner. I had so much fun tonight, bro. And I got told by Johnny No Pants that the New Kentucky is even better. New Kentucky apparently has a top. So.
Yeah, New Kentucky has probably got a few more. Has got a little bit more lanes wise, but this track probably takes a little bit more skill.
Yep. Definitely.
That's what I'm excited for next week, because we got Homestead, and if it's anything like the wheel race, that should be a awesome race.
Yeah, we did run wheel spin race there. That was a lot of fun. I'm pumped for Daytona. Onto the lights, championship night. Anything, dude. The whole throw the points out the window. Like who's that? Like anybody. That's gonna be fun.
Put everybody at 0 on week 11.
Yeah, just white points. Yeah.
Jared said side draft was insane. If you were above a car in the corner.
Yes.
Tonight, yeah.
Yeah,
There was a lot of and you've seen a lot of mistakes for it. You've seen a lot of people eating right rears. You've seen a lot of different things because people had to be aggressive to make a pass. I mean, you couldn't just make the pass. You had to.
No, I tried to.
You had to send the pass.
Yep. Yeah. That's why I had gave Connor the bumper. Obviously, in the last corner, I wasn't gonna wreck him, but tried to scoot him up on the line. I tried for the 2 laps after I passed Asher to just ride behind him and see if I could. But it's like that arrow. These ARCA cars, you get behind somebody, you get that arrow push. No, you're right. You had to send it to pass somebody.
See, and I did the opposite of you, Cody. Is that I tried to get on somebody's outside and hold them down to the bottom where they had to lift. Or
That
they'd
was a
clean me
strat
out.
too. That's what
That's
Asher.
what I did.
That's what Asher did to me. That's why me and him were racing so close, and that's why we kind of half spun. Yeah, those were your options: send it or run right on their door.
You
When you two got together, I'm like, that
want
might
to
have just
see
won it
some
for me.
defense?
We
Go
we
watch
had multiple. We had like
Go ahead.
we had multiple times where we were
Oh,
like
yeah.
almost crashing.
I was
We were-
loving every second of it,
You,
bro.
you want to see some defense? Go watch Mark Thrash trying to hold off Pointer and Hackney since that last restart. Like the last 5 laps. Like he made the car wide. He was pinching. He was doing everything. He was not as good as either one of them. But Pointer got around him, but Hackney didn't. Which, I mean, Hackney won the heat, but I mean, the one position, it's the best Mark could have done, you know? Like that's all he can do is just try and pick off those points because he's sitting second in points right now. So tough night for points for Moody. That's going to shake it up a little bit and spread it out a bit. But, Mark trying to keep himself in it a little bit.
I wish I didn't miss the first 3 races.
Yeah, you'd be right there, man.
Oh,
When-
yeah.
when
That would
does
be.
points update?
It probably already did.
Connor?
Well, it probably already did. It's a little inaccurate, not a ton,
Oh yeah, it did.
but it
We
is a
gotta
little.
we gotta adjust it too. Yeah, we gotta adjust it too because that one Knoxville race. But that's all
Right. Who
Yeah.
got points out of that? Do you remember?
Just a
Just
handful of
Keith.
guys.
Yeah, there was only like
There's
3 or 4. So yeah, Hackney definitely spread out his lead a little bit more. Mark gave himself a little bit more cushion. The battle for second is definitely, even with those points, I think going to be closer than the battle for first. Unless Hackney
Well, I know-
Hackney's has not had a good couple weeks. His bad weeks aren't as bad as
Yeah.
others, but
Yeah,
At
he's
Moody's,
still up
right,
for a
yeah.
ways.
you
Well,
know,
I'll tell you boys what,
you're
right
closing
now,
in
Sean-
on Moody.
Yeah, we've been getting lucky lately. I'll tell you what though, if Sean Pointer shows up tomorrow at Homestead, that would be my pick to win. That guy's stupid good at Homestead.
We got a tie for
So-
5th between Connor and Shane.
Connor's coming up too. Well, yeah, no,
Yeah, I was like 14th coming into tonight.
yeah, the points are good. The racing's been competitive. We're talking next year what we want to go for car. I'm having a hard time going away from these things, man. They just put on such good racing. I know we
Yeah,
were talking
And I
about
think
Xfinity, but
Everybody's starting to get a little more used to them too, I think.
we had a lot of guys want to go Xfinity. I know that, but
I
we'll
would
see.
enjoy an Xfinity. Xfinity is where it's at.
Gen 4 is probably what you guys would
Oh.
really enjoy.
The thing is, though,
But
feel like
I don't
if they
know
went
if
to
some of the
Gen
guys have
4
the talent.
If they went to Gen
asphalt.
4, I actually think it would be really just between Landon. It wouldn't be like
Hackney
just
would be
random.
fine. Hackney would be fine.
It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be to where like if you want races to where this competitive and this like we have only 1 2-time winner so far, 1 double.
I like that these
But if we
cars.
went to Gen 4, like we would have like 3
I think
guys
that
winning,
I think a
that's
lot
it.
of the dirt guys would figure out the Gen 4 quicker
I think so too. 'Cause it slides.
because it's a right
I
rear.
ran 'em
Yes,
once,
ride it
and
on the
they
right
will
rear.
spin-
Yeah,
They'll
exactly.
spin the tires so easy.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Xfinity too, but
I would
so
enjoy the Xfinity.
this is my last thing I'll say about this is I love that the ARCA cars you can pack race, so I want to keep it competitive. I want to keep the heat format, and I want to keep I want it to be entertaining to watch, right? I don't want to go out here and run 400 laps and watch a single file out and James falls asleep, right? Like,
That is the tough part about freaking asphalt because, and that's usually why I tell people I don't want to do NASCAR. 9 times out of 10, I will fall asleep. But Connor and Shane are tied for 5th on the points right now.
I gotta look at them. It's shaping up being a pretty good battle.
Yeah, there are definitely some good battles. Reeser and Timothy are only 5 points apart. Banks is solid in 9th.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the battle from about 5th on back is not that bad. And then you and Moody are close. And Mark did lose ground on Hackney. I did know that, Mark, but you did what you could in the feature to gain ground back. Because the heat race, the heat race has the points. So
even when Hackney has bad races, though, he finishes 7th. Like, I mean, doesn't even.
I'm looking at it right now. I think the points differential is the 1 win, right? Like the 1 win differential
and the heat races.
Yep, that's because I'm looking at the average start 5th for Keith and average start 8th for Thrash. It's the heat race points. That's literally it.
100% it's the heat races because their average finish is exactly the same.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And and guess who got the quick lap?
Mark Thrash a bit.
No, Cody Nevin.
Or Landon. Really?
Yeah, you fucking really
31,298.
Oh man, I thought I got it because with 2 to 3 to go,
He got it on lap 76. He got it the lap after you did. Connor also did his fastest lap on lap 76.
I was
I was hanging that thing out there to try to get to the end of that race.
I think if Keith Hackney gets an unfortunate break next week at Homestead, it's wide open again for Championship Night at Daytona.
I mean, you might have to pay Massey to go unplug his internet.
I will say though, when you're 4th on back, the racing, I would say it's not impossible. It's not as that hard to pass. I would say it was somewhat hard still, but once you got in that top 3, it was really hard to pass.
Yeah,
people from there, and that's, I mean,
you probably
as much as I didn't like
it was less chaotic, less mistakes.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was freaking nuts when you were in a pack racing though, because I got shuffled back to 7th, and I was like, oh my god, there's people everywhere.
The only thing missing between me and Asher was I needed the Monster Energy 1 car, bro, and we could have been the Bush Brothers. Right?
Well, that would make Connor the bushwhacker because he just whacked both the bushes on. But anyway,
yes, sir.
Good run, guys. It was fun. Yeah, no problem. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit.
Later, man.
All right.
See you guys.
All right, guys, that is going to be it for tonight. Definitely a wild one here. I am tired. I'm closing out. As always, until next time, which will be tomorrow night.